Hey guys, this is Pat.
This is Berne,
These are two cents about the show Chernobyl,
episode 1.
HBO's latest historical drama.
Yeah, miniseries.
So stay tuned.
So, we're gonna give our thoughts on what we just watched. So, Patrick, what were your initial impressions on the episode?
Okay, first of all, I have no idea anything about Chernobyl. I know that it was just an accident, nuclear shit. A lot of people died, radiation, blah 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 blah. That's as far as my knowledge goes.
Yeah, that's
I know,
the extent.
and I know that it's inhabitable. You can't go. Nobody leaves there.
Oh yeah. It's pretty much closed off as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
So this show is a good entry point for me to find out and research.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
About Chernobyl.
I think that they did a good job in how do I say this? In getting us to understand the severity of the situation, like how dangerous it was, the people that were involved. So, I mean,
and also I have no idea anything about radiation.
Okay, yeah.
So
me either. I'm not really
when you tell me something about radiation, it can kill you. How?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's I mean, well, the thing is, the show they did a great job in showing the effects of how being exposed to the radiation, what it does to you. You see people vomiting. You see people staggering. They can't even walk. They can't stand, and the blood. So.
But focusing more into the episode and in the show, because we don't want to turn this into a science show. Or a science podcast.
Yeah.
But I have to say, the tone was really good, because it was dark in the beginning. The hue. Was very 80s.
Just the way it's shot. The way it's shot. Little details.
Yeah. Right? Very Cold War.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. They did it. They nailed it. They nailed the look. The look of.
And also the atmosphere and the setting of it all.
Yeah, I agree.
Set the tone.
I agree. I mean, it gives you that feel of how do I say it? Just it's so cold and claustrophobic, especially with Jared Harris.
Yeah, and also I really like the actor.
Oh, definitely.
He's very good. Yeah. I liked him from Mad Men.
Yes.
And from Sherlock.
Oh, I forgot he was in that. Yeah.
Yeah,
he was the Moriarty,
villain. Right? Yeah, he was the villain. Even though they did a very big injustice of him.
Yeah, I think he's talented. He's a talented guy, and I'm glad that they casted him. Yeah.
But he served as a good entry into the episode.
Definitely.
Because after, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
He kills himself.
Oh yes, it's
sets the tone.
Oh.
And also, it sets what happens in the end. So this whole show is like a prequel.
Yeah, it's a huge flashback, because if I'm not mistaken, it's
2 years.
Events. 2 years. Yes,
2 years.
2 years
prior. And 1 minute.
Yeah, they added that.
The detail,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So spoiler alert: he kills himself. And
then, he does.
Oh, I also noticed there was no intro.
I don't think there was.
There was no title.
Boom.
Yeah.
You're in the moment.
Was there a title? No.
I don't think there was. Yeah, it was you're in the moment. We don't know who he is. We don't know. We just see him. It opens him with
He mentions a bunch of names.
He does. But it opens with him recording the. I would say the true. Actual events that happened.
Yeah. We'll probably have to. Oh, maybe that's when they showed the titles. Anyways, so we'll probably have to review it again because it mentioned names.
Yes.
So we have to put faces with names. That's because after he kills himself.
Yeah.
All the actors were unknown.
Yeah.
They did a good casting choice in my opinion, because you don't even know if they were Americans.
True. it cuts to the power plant prior to the actual explosion, I would say, or minutes leading up to it, and I felt the tone there was very. It gives you that eerie vibe where you know something's wrong. But...
And also, I don't know at what time or when the music kicks in, but when it kicked in, you could really hear it. You could like really feel.
Yes, the atmosphere, just that something is wrong and something horrible is happening, but they're all ignorant to it.
Yeah.
Which is scary in its own way.
Yeah. So like, props to the music.
Yeah,
the soundtrack.
The score is.
We should find out who it is.
Yeah. It's.
We should let me search it right now.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
But HBO.
Oh, the production on this is top notch. You can tell. I mean, it's HBO, so you know that they're going to go all out.
Yeah.
The cinematography was great. The effects look cinematic.
Yeah, it's very good. It's apparently, I'm searching right now. It's apparently from an unknown guy.
All right.
But anyways, doesn't matter.
Yeah, the score is just amazing.
The score is good.
Yeah, it gives you that proper feel of urgency and eeriness, like I said earlier.
Yeah. So like, overall, cinematography was good. Production was good.
So many great shots.
Yes, so many great shots. They haven't quite captured the whole desperation thing yet.
Yeah, I think it's only because we don't know what's going on. We as the audience are we have an idea of how dangerous it is, but the characters themselves are kind of unaware of what's going on. Or at least the citizens. The citizens themselves are they don't know what's happening. There's even a scene where they're deliberating, like, oh, what's causing the fire? And one guy says, oh, it's just fuel. Little do they know.
But one thing I liked about it was how all these top guys were delusional.
Oh, yes. Okay, so what Patrick is talking about is there's a scene where after the meltdown the explosion is happening, they gather all of the board of directors, I suppose.
Like the secret meeting society, Illuminati type of.
Yeah, it's very
guys.
Russian Cold War, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
And at one point, they're making, I don't want to say excuses, but they're kind of justifying that the accident that's going on is not that severe, right?
Yeah.
They're basically
hiding.
Yeah, they're delusional in a way. Because one of the top engineers is claiming that, guys, nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down.
Basically, they're trying to convince themselves that it's all gonna be okay.
Exactly.
When, shit hit the fan.
Yeah, you can tell, like, just with the amount of engineers and scientists that are running around, that something is horribly wrong.
And obviously, it's a catastrophe.
So. Oh, definitely. And so. That's when that scene when they're all gathered, the board of directors, and I think that's the highlight scene for me personally. Like when they're all gathered, because it just shows how I think that's a framework for the episodes to come. Because they're basically saying, "Hey guys, nothing is wrong. We're gonna stay here." I mean, and who is the actor from Game of Thrones who showed up?
The Maester of the Starks. Was there.
Yeah,
he
showed
could
up.
Pass off as a Russian.
Yeah, I think his casting was great.
Is he American or
I think
British?
Isn't he English? I mean, I would assume he's English, but
probably. But he could pass on as Russian.
But that scene where he basically tells everybody, "Hey, guys, let's calm down. We're gonna follow the state and leave state matters to the state."
Yeah.
Because one guy was like, we have to leave. You can tell everything is going on, but then he's just like, guys, no, everything's fine, and the delusion is just off the charts. So I like that scene.
But overall, like, first episode, pretty good.
I mean, that final shot, right? Like, it shows
with the bird
falling off,
and then like kids and families.
Yes, that the
things to come.
Yeah. Horrible things, because you get they make a point of saying like everything is contained within the power plant, but as we can see from the final shot, it's not. I mean, it's going beyond where they would even think.
Yeah,
like, it's going to schools, it's going to houses, it's going to...
Exactly. So, like, overall, it's a good setup.
Oh, yes.
One thing, because I have no idea how many episodes it's going to be. It's a mini-series.
It's a mini-series, which I think is
10?
clever. Clever. I don't want to say clever. It's a good barometer of things because they don't want to go like beyond and I think they want to be sensitive. Like they don't want to like milk this out because it's a real tragedy.
People are affected.
People are. So they don't. I guess they don't want to milk it. They want
to overstay their welcome.
Yeah, exactly. They want to show the horror, the consequences of lies, I suppose.
Basically, like they want to educate what happened here.
Yeah, definitely, and show
which is what's happening right now.
Definitely, and it gives a good look on. I'm sure. I mean, because at the end of the day, this is kind of it's dramatized, but these things really happened. I mean, there was that they cut to I think a real audio recording.
That was a good touch.
Yeah. So, like you said, I agree with you. Like, it gives us a good look into what took place.
But one thing I want to see from this show.
Going forward.
Going forward. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But I want to see the effects.
Okay.
Of like radiation, because so far the most gory effect that we saw was when the spoiler alert again.
All spoilers. No, all spoilers. Don't listen to this.
Don't listen to this when you haven't heard saw the episode. So, anyways, it's when the firefighter touched a part of the reactor.
Yes.
And his hand started melting.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
It was good effect.
Yeah.
But that was gory.
That was gory. It was very subtle too because it doesn't like happen immediately. He holds it and he's like looking at it.
And also the impact was he touched it with gloves.
Yeah, with
gloves that was meant to
flame retardant,
Yeah. And
but
then
somehow
he took off the glove and then bam.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell the effects of the radiation were eating his hand, basically.
Exactly. So, like, everything else, like, other than that, it's just, like, vomiting.
Yeah, vomiting, yeah.
Red faces.
Yeah. Their skin gets a red tint.
Yeah.
And, like I said, they can't... They lose...
Bleeding.
Yeah, they lose motor functions. They can't stand. They can't... Yeah.
So, like...
So basically, you want to see more of the effects of...
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because, I'm
sure they're going to go into it. I mean, they're definitely going to...
I mean, think of it as a perspective of, like... of a teenager.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Who's not really into science.
Yeah.
And...
they're curious. They're
curious. And a friend of him tells him, hey, watch this show Chernobyl.
Yeah.
It's about radiation.
Yeah.
And it can kill you.
Yeah, a massive event that actually took place. It's a true story.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
So, like, you know that radiation's bad for you. You know that radiation can kill you.
Yes.
But what are its effects?
Yeah, what are its effects?
Correction. Huge amount of exposure of radiation can kill you. Because if I'm not mistaken, people use radiation to cure cancer.
Microwaves, like there's microwaves.
Yeah.
So
food for thought.
Yeah. I mean,
when you're warming your food, there's radiation in it.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I'd like to see that, and I'm sure they're gonna go into it. Me personally, going forward, I want to see. Just because we saw the preview and Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård is there, if I'm not mistaken.
Papa Skarsgård.
Yeah, and I want to see how they're going to, because they're going to cover this up as best as they can, and I want to see the effects of all this lies and deceit and how it's going to affect the citizens, and just how when you're in power, you have the authority to cover things up and just rewrite how you want to see. So I'm interested in that. Going forward.
Yeah. So basically, the rest of the episodes will show us what led to Mr. Jared Harris killing himself.
Yes, because at the end he does pick up the phone and they won, and you can tell just from one last thing before that you could tell just from his voice when they tell him like the meter was like at 3 point something, and he's like, "Oh, that's actually bad."
Yeah, and everyone was like nonchalant about it.
Exactly, but
3.6.
Yeah, 3.6.
3.6,
which apparently is horrible already.
He was like really worried about it.
Exactly.
And they used the meter that was 1,000.
Yeah.
And it melted.
So I'm really basically I'm looking forward to how he's gonna respond when he understands the severity of the situation. So.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
basically, pretty good first episode.
Yeah.
Overall.
Very promising. It's HBO, so.
It's HBO.
But then
always deliver.
But then again, we have Game of Thrones, so we're not gonna get into that right now.
It's too soon.
Too soon.
We'll talk about it sometime.
Yeah, we will. But so that's our
review of Chernobyl's
our impressions.
Episode 1.
So you should check it out. We're definitely going to.
We're going to watch episode 2.
Yeah, we will.
And share our thoughts on that. And onwards too.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for more thoughts and updates on this podcast.
And we appreciate you listening.
Okay.
All
Have
right,
a nice day, guys. See you. Bye.